We have departed from the darkest chapter of destruction, and now we arrive at the pinnacle of creation and intellect. This figure in the painting is the most versatile genius whose mind managed to unify art, science, and military engineering. He is Leonardo da Vinci. His concepts transcended his own era, establishing him as one of the greatest Renaissance men in world history. Born in 1452 in the Tuscan countryside of Italy, Leonardo did not receive a formal education. He was unfamiliar with degrees or ancient texts. However, he possessed a relentless curiosity that drove him to ask simple yet profound questions. What makes the world move? He was a man who learned from nature rather than from books. He began filling his notebooks with mirror script. His early observations of water flow, wind patterns, and geology enabled him to create realistic backgrounds and a sense of motion in his later paintings. As a teenager, he entered the workshop of the renowned sculptor Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence, where he served as an apprentice. This workshop taught him practical techniques including painting, sculpture, mechanics, and chemistry. Verrocchio's studio was one of the artistic powerhouses of the era, and Leonardo was one of the greatest minds to emerge from that environment. In 1482, he entered the service of the Duke of Milan, Ludovico Sforza. Here he served not only as a painter, but also as a military engineer. He sketched concepts far ahead of their time: a 360-degree rotating armored vehicle, tank, a submarine, and the human flying machine, ornithopter, were among his visionary inventions on paper. Though related to warfare, his engineering was simply another avenue for him to understand the secrets of life and motion. One of his most defining artistic achievements in Milan was The Last Supper. This mural was painted between 1495 and 1498. It is no ordinary religious scene. It is a systematic documentation of human emotion, the shock, anger, sorrow, and denial of guilt experienced by the 12 apostles when Christ announces there is a traitor among them. Leonardo viewed painting as a science, and this masterpiece stands as one of the greatest psychological works of his era. Leonardo's curiosity went beneath the human skin. He believed the human body was a microcosm of the universe. This belief led him to dissect over 30 human corpses with official permission and compile thousands of pages of anatomical studies. He was one of the first to accurately illustrate how the heart functions and how a fetus develops inside the womb. His drawing, Vitruvian Man, not only illustrates the perfect human proportion, but also depicts the sacred relationship between mathematics and the physical body. His notebooks were not just art sketchbooks. They were a laboratory for science and the natural world. He studied the force of water currents, how clouds form, and how trees grow over their lifetime. He was also a geologist. He was one of the first to conclude that the fossils found in mountains were not due to a flood, but were evidence of the immense age of the Earth. His treatise on water, the Codex Leicester, now owned by Bill Gates, details his concepts on hydroengineering written 5 centuries ago. He began painting the world's most famous artwork, the Mona Lisa, when he was over 50. The painting's fame is primarily due to the woman's mysterious, elusive smile. This was achieved through Leonardo's unique technique called sfumato, fading away like smoke. Sfumato involves softening the outlines and blurring the edges so that the smile appears to slightly change based on the viewer's angle and focus. Furthermore, the background landscape combines 2 slightly different vanishing points, creating an unnatural reality. Leonardo did not just paint a portrait, he attempted to capture the moving secret of the human psyche. He spent his final years in France, serving King Francis I at the Clos Lucé Manor. King Francis I famously stated, "I do not believe there is another man in the world who knows as much as he does." Leonardo da Vinci passed away in 1519. His legacy changed the world's perception of intellect. He stands as the universal man of human history, a painter, scientist, inventor, anatomist, and musician. His inventions became the earliest foundations for modern technologies like the helicopter, the parachute, and robotics. Leonardo's story reveals the limitless potential of the human mind. He showed how enlightenment can be achieved through the fusion of intellect, art, and practical science. We invite you to subscribe to The Secrets of the Painting to continue exploring the secrets of these monumental figures. And please, join the discussion in the comments on the question: among all his inventions and art, what do you think is Leonardo's most essential contribution? In our next episode, Episode 5, we will once again shift from the light of intellect to the darkness of absolute power. He is the tyrannical revolutionary who used communism to control the lives of millions. He is Mao Zedong. We will explore how the concepts in his mind brought an entire nation to ruin.